So it's all for the love of this fair maid and our Portuguese sailor boy. Oh, it's all for the love of this fair maid that I landed in Mountjoy. But if ever I get out of this, I'll change me ways, you'll see, 'cause I marry a girl from Aungier Street.
Well, in the merry month of May, now from me home I started, left the girls and two, and nearly broken hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me grief and tears to smothered enough to reap the corn and leaf, for I was born, God a stout McSword, a banished ghost, and goblets a brand new pair of brogues to rock the love of the bogs and frighten all the dogs on the rocky road. It's a double of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to Herriton and down the rocky road, and all the ways to double and Whitefriar. In Mullingar that night I rested limbs so weary, started by daylight next morning light, and there he took a drop of the pure to keep me heart and drink, and that's the paddy's cure. When there he's on for drinking, they hear the lassie smile, laughing all the while at me curious style to touch a heart above, and he asked me was I hired and wages I required till I was almost tired of the rocky road. It's a double and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to Herriton and down the rocky road, all the way to double and Whitefriar.
Hi, good morning. I'd just like to tell a little bit about what we're doing here today. We are a group of students from DIT College in Cowborough Street. We are tourism management students, and we have a project that we're doing at the moment, and it's the Living Culture and Tourism in Aungier in Whitefriar Street. So for our project, we've taken as a theme of people at the heart of the community. And today we are here with 4 ladies from this community, from the Aungier Whitefriar area. And we are going to be just asking them a couple of questions about their living culture in the area. Good morning, ladies. Okay, Marcella. How are you? I just wanted to ask you, did you work, where did you work, and how old were you when you started working?
My first job was in the College of Commerce. I was a student leaving cert year, and I don't know why, but I got a job in the office. It was just for a month for the enrolments, and I went to the classes in between times, and I was well paid, £6.76 a week.
Very good.
And then when I finished there, I got a job it was in Clonrico Murray's sweet factory, and I was secretary to the sales manager, and I think I was getting about £5.15. It was less than I was getting when I was at school.
Do you have any idea what the minimum wage was in that time?
There was no such thing as a minimum
No
wage.
such
You
thing.
could work for pittance.
Okay, all right. And did they regulate the hours that you were allowed to work?
Oh yeah, I worked from 9 to 5.
Yes.
And I had an hour for my lunch, I think, or an hour and a half.
So you had regular.
And it was just fantastic.
And was there any set number of hours that you could do in a week, or?
Oh no, you just did your 9 to 5.
Okay.
And in those days, as we know, you could get a job anywhere.
It was easy to get work.
There was
Not like today.
Not like today. There was no such thing as sending in your CVs, no.
Okay.
They just had your interview and your curriculum. You could send in whatever you liked, but it wasn't really necessary. The interview was always more important.
With the community here, which is the Whitefriar Aungier Area Community Council, and we're in this building over a year now. Before this we were down on number 4 Aungier Street. We moved around a bit, but hopefully this will be our last one, which is the nicest building anyway. And we have a youth club, which is the South Area Youth Service, and we have a adults program here as well, which we do football, computers. We had a quilting workshop, which we use recycled material and stuff like that.
What did people do, like, for in their free time? Like, what did you do for fun, or what were your pastimes really?
As a child or as an adult?
Just growing up, yeah.
We danced a lot.
Dancing.
Oh, yeah.
And we played games.
And where did you go, like, dancing?
We used to
What
dance
was,
in
like, the most popular sport?
the Olympic
The Olympic.
and the Crystal Ballroom.
Okay. And how often would you go out?
You had the money.
Like today?
We got a Friday, on a Monday my money be gone. Because it'd go away for the whole weekend, and if we borrow it on Monday, and then Friday come, I was given that money back. So I was always in Liverpool.
In Lou, yeah. What were the living conditions like when you were growing up? As in, what was it easy? Was it hard? Did you get enough to? Did the job actually provide enough food or enough money for food and that sort of thing?
Well, some people, their living conditions would have been very hard. But we lived in, the artisan dwellings, was the houses were called, and they had kind of flats, not flats, well, kind of flats. So we wouldn't have been, and it wasn't hard, I have to say, it wasn't hard for me. Now, we would be at the very end of Marcella's, where we went to school at 14, went to work at 14 for a guinea, £1 and a shilling. And
That a day? One
week.
A week? Oh my God,
and
right.
you could work 44 hours, 8 hours a day and a half day on Saturday. Was a lot of the jobs. There was no restrictions. We didn't know what a CV was, to be honest.
About maybe the specific people, you know, kind of funny stories. About
Well, there was lots of. It must have been because a lot came back from the war or something, shell shock. But we had characters like that. But it's sad now when you think of it, because we all got fun out of it because we got a chase. Like I'm saying about Jumbo No Toes, he lived in off Vicker Street, and he had and he'd be always leaning on the half door. And I remember coming from the Beano with my friend, and I said, please, because I was always very small and thin, I said, please Phyllis, don't call Jumbo No Toes. And she said, no, I won't. And we just got past him, Jumbo No Toes. Well, he definitely had toes the way he ran.
What was the healthcare like in that area in that time?
The healthcare was all right. Like Phyllis and I would have been in the one in this area, and we had the dispensary, wasn't it?
That's right.
And you didn't have to make appointments. For if your parents, as regards having a baby, they were looked after, I think, better. I really do, because the baby nurse would come out every day for a fair amount of maybe 2 weeks, and you could go to the dispensary, and then there was this big doctor, Dr. Finnegan.
That's right.
Phyllis had known him as well.
70 stone.
Yeah. And we're a big voice. But I mean, the health, it was all right.
What was the price of doctors?
Well, you went to dispensary free, as far as I know.
Is it free?
Free, once you were in the district.
Oh, brilliant.
Just have one more question as well. What changes have you witnessed in general, just in terms of like the shops changing, restaurants? You said there was no restaurants actually on the street before, didn't you?
Yeah, there'd be the odd chipper, as we called it.
Yeah, chipper. So
And
has it changed much though? The buildings,
it has changed, but I really, and I mean this with all my heart, I really think families are not as happy.
Today, they're not as happy.
When we were young, we did everything together.
That's interesting.
We did everything in your home, and you played.
Very, very close back then as well.
Yeah, and the
weren't you?
street you played all day, but we were much happier. I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Walking all the day near tall towers where falcons build their nests. Silver winged they fly. They know the call of freedom in their breasts. Saw black hand against the sky.
Our tourism product is the development of 99A Aungier Street as a room for all the ages. Our ideas include a room displaying the living conditions of each century from the mid-1600s, from when it was first built to when it was last occupied in the 1960s. Our plan would be to have the stories of the community told through interactive technology and local guides. Today the house is privately owned and is being redeveloped into 7 apartments. We propose that with the help of Dublin County Council and the government that this house would be redeveloped as a museum for posterity, for the people of Dublin and the whole world.
My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times.